So hello and welcome. My name's Esther Fransham and I just want to let you know that I teach a class called Pilates Balance and Stretch, and I'm going to just give you a small flavour now of what that class involves and what we do. So we have a mat, and the first thing that we usually do is we use prickle balls to stimulate the feet. So these are the stimulating prickle balls that we use, and then we also use a towel. So this is quite nice to fold up and put underneath the back or the shoulders or the head. Sometimes we pop it underneath our hands or our feet. Sometimes we just unroll it and have it in a long tube and then use it for a bit of shoulder mobility. So that's what we use the towel for. We also use an activation band, and more often than not we'll use it around our knees, but we also use it around our toes as well. Because this is a balance class, we use it to spread the toes, spread the feet, and to make the base of our balance a lot bigger. So that's what we use the activation band. We also use a couple of blocks, and these are great because we can pop them on the floor here, and we can pop the toes on the floor and the heels up, so that will then improve our range of movement within a squat and help with the mobility there. We can also pop our toes on the block, and then we stretch through our hamstrings just by leaning forwards through into that. And the other thing that we do, which is really quite a challenge, and this is really for our balance as well, is that we come and stand on the block. So with the block there under the foot, you've got, I don't know, a couple of inches height. So by then swinging the leg, we can get a good range through that, and then we swing the leg from side to side as well. We also use a pole, or this is actually a broom handle that I got from the local DIY store. So pole we use, some people, so you can use a walking stick or a pole or anything like that, but this is just a good old, broom handle. And so when we do balancing work standing on one leg, we have the pole to then just help to support our balance, support the body if we need to. But we can also change that up by holding onto the pole with our knuckles up or with our palms up, and that just challenges the body as well. So we do use a pole too. So we do use a variety of kit for this class. So if I just pop these things to one side here like that, and I shall just give you a little flavour of the class then. So that's the equipment that we use, and obviously we have our mat too. So we use the balls to stimulate the feet and to help to release the tightness in the feet, because balance, obviously we're on our feet all day, and if they're in tight shoes and socks and things, they tend to be a bit squished up. So we use the ball to really help to open up the feet and to get the fascia gliding more in the feet. And then we do a little calf stretch, so we put the toes on the ball, heel down, and then we do that on both feet, and we just notice how that feels for ourselves. And then we'll do some mobility, so just opening through the shoulders, lifting through the chest. We do some other mobility, so lifting the arms up and pull one elbow back, and just try and get a little bit more movement into the body so that we're nicely warmed up and the spine's warmed up too, because it's really important to get that rotational movement through the spine, and it's really important to get that lateral flexion through the spine as well. So we're always changing the angles, so we can lift the arms up here and we can take the arms down low as well. So that's all about sort of mobilizing the body. Then we do spend quite a lot of time with the balancing and just improving how we are. So start off sometimes with the band around the big toes, so just like that, and then just opening up the feet. So it does stretch your toes, but I ask people to sort of stick within their limits and with their own range, and then we can move the foot and move the leg so that we're challenging the balance at the same time as opening through the feet. And then we'll do some knee raises and leg lifts, so sort of knee raise, diagonal arm and leg, and then we sort of go front to back. So again, challenging that, and then we'll maybe do some squats to help strengthen up through the gluteal muscles and through your quads, so that you've got a nice good foundation for balancing, and so that you also feel strong in your legs and hips and pelvis. So again, I really encourage people to press their feet down into the floor as they come up, because that really connects with the pelvic floor. So you press down into the floor as you come up, and then we'll just change the angles of the feet as well when we do that. So bring them close together, far apart, and challenge ourselves in that way. Occasionally we'll stand with our eyes closed, and that will enable people to sort of test their balance. So we're looking at standing for 6 minutes without moving and wobbling around, and if you can do that, then we take a leg off the floor, as I say, close the eyes, and then we'll do some Pilates strengthening exercises on the floor, and then we'll have a really nice deep stretch as well. So just coming down onto the floor here then. So a good lovely stretch here would be to be on hands and knees and bring the knee to the wrist. Now again, there are some clients that have, I always call it knees with history or knees with stories. So if a client's unable to have their be in this position, we change it for being on our backs, so that we're then in this position. So we've not got the weight on the knee, so we can hold the leg and extend the other leg. So it's quite literally doing the exercise that we were on all fours for just now, but just reversing it. And then we would stretch through and take the other knee. So stretching through your hip flexors and your gluteal muscles. So we'll probably do a side lying stretch as well. So we would be on our side, and then we would just bring the heel to knee. Again, that's a lovely stretch there. So then we would come up to sitting. So having a nice deep stretch here, sitting with Z knees, so one foot to the top, and trying to get this glute down, this hip bone down. If that's difficult, clients will sit on a block or on a towel so that they can press down, holding onto the ankle, and then just moving through and having a lovely stretch through, and just working to the range that they've got. If they've got osteoporosis or osteopenia, then I ask people to not go to the end range of their movement, but they still need to do that move. So we do that on both sides here, and again, arms out, and just doing that lovely bit of stretching and lengthening through the body. So we would come up to standing then from here onto all fours, and then just turning the toes under, and then pedaling through the feet. So this is going to stretch through your calf muscles. And then I always try and encourage people to walk their hands back towards their feet, so that we can then just hang out here a little bit longer, and just feeling the lengthening down the back of the legs. And then we just come up in our own time. And that's sort of a taste of the class of what we do in Pilates Balance and Stretch. I hope that's of interest to you, and if you would like to join the class, then obviously do drop me a message, or go to my website, which is estherf.com, and send me a message on the class links there. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and hopefully I will see you, or you'll come and join one of my classes soon. All right then, so lots of love and take care.